monthly meeting of the Board of Adjustment. The board was created by the city charter to hear applications for variances from the zoning ordinance requirements and to hear and render decisions on interpretations of the requirements of the zoning ordinance. The board consists of 5 voting members. It requires 4 affirmative votes for approval of any variance or interpretation. All cases on the agenda will be heard in the order listed. The order of proceeding for each case shall be as follows. A, city staff will make a brief presentation outlining the application. B, the applicant shall present his case. C, persons in favor of the variance shall present their evidence. D, persons opposed to the variance shall present their evidence. E, the applicant shall be given a rebuttal period. F, the public hearing will be closed and no further testimony will be accepted. The normal procedure is that the board will discuss and take action on the application. All meetings of the board are open to the public. Anyone in the audience who thinks that for any reason they will speak before the board tonight, please stand and take the oath. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth in all matters pertaining to the cases before the Board of Adjustment? Please say, I do.
Yes.
Please be seated. I'll call the roll. John Davies. Here. Jack Lehman. Here. Sarah Wimberly.
Here.
Cody Atkinson. Here. And I'm Roy Brown. I'm here. Okay, our first case is, our only case, is case number 23-999-01, a variance to the accessory building setback standards for 950 South M7 Highway.
Mr. Ebert seeks to construct a proposed job about 15 feet from the north property line. The city code requires the accessory buildings in RA districts be built at least 35 feet from the side property lines. Thus, a variance of 20 feet is required. This vicinity map shows the location of his property, which is on 7 Highway between Truman Road and 24 Highway to the north. This aerial photograph of the property shows the approximate location of the proposed barn or garage. You can see that the 7 highways on the right there. The driveway comes in and creates a loop with the house on the kind of the south central side of the lot, and the garage would be where that box X is, which is right next to the or close to the north property line. Oh, too bright. Okay. This is a drawing that the applicant provided. Again, this is similar to the aerial photograph again. You have the driveway. The loop drive comes in from 7 Highway, makes the loop around the site and goes out. The house is down at the bottom of the slide here, and the proposed barn is up on the top side of the property. Okay, here we're right by the, I guess it would be the northern part of the loop, looking at the location that he has leveled out already that this proposed barn would go. You can't really see very well, but there are some flags out there that show the location of the barn. Here we're at the, actually on the area more or less where the garage or barn will be, looking to the west somewhat. Here again, we're on the site. Again, you can see one of the flags here, just right in front of the tree, sort of underneath where the bent tree is. See one of the red flags, that's the corner of the barn garage. Off in the distance is the applicant's house and vehicles. And to the right is a small shed that he has. This is here, we're looking at the other direction. We're looking to the northeast from the center of the little island that's created by the circle drive to the northeast. Again, you can see the location of the, where it's graded out for the barn garage to go in the future. And this is the neighbor's property, which is really the closest neighbor. It's to the north. The applicant's property just stops basically right here at the screen. And they are building a large building up there. And that's all the pictures that I had. I could go through and show those to you if you would like to see them again or any questions. But basically, he needs a 20-foot variance so he can build the barn garage 15 feet from the north property line. We had something similar to this at the last meeting last month. This one? The, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He's mentioned that in his information that there's actually a creek that kind of meanders through this property. He could probably give that to you question better, but I'd say 4 to 5 feet, perhaps. Okay.
Okay. Would the applicant please come forward? To the podium, and then would you make sure the mic is, and then state your name and your address, please?
Richard Ebert, 950 South Missouri 7 Highway.
Thank you. Now, would you explain in your own words what you're trying to achieve here and why?
Well, it's the only level spot I got on my property that's close enough to the drive that I can use the driveway. I don't have to cut another drive. If I go anyplace else on the property, I'll have to build walls and footings and all that. And this was a good level spot. And I didn't know you had to be 35 foot from the property line.
Okay,
So
thank you.
that's why I did it.
Does anybody have any questions?
Mr. Davies, could you
Push the
speak
mic.
in the microphone there?
You know, you come up to that creek, then how far do you have to go down to actually get to it?
You mean to the
Edge of the creek. I saw the edge of the creek there.
Yeah, well,
See?
yeah, that's on my neighbor's property on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
Yeah, the mine runs behind and I can't go any
Right,
further.
right. But that's what I'm asking about. That creek is part of his property?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's all I need to know.
And it runs behind
Behind your
down the
property.
center of mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
Any more
No.
questions? Thank you. You can be seated.
All right, thank you.
Does anybody else want to speak in favor of this variance? Does anyone wish to speak in opposition to the variance request? Okay. Mr. Ebert, do you have anything else you want to add? No. Okay. Okay, well, we'll close the public hearing and bring it up here. Any discussion or a motion?
Number 23-999-01 as printed.
Do I have a second? Okay, so I'll call the roll. Okay, so, well, all right, any more discussion? Seems like a reasonable request, I think the staff agrees. So, you ready to vote? I'll call the roll. John Davies?
Yes.
Jack Lehman?
Yes.
Sarah Wimberly?
Yes.
Cody Atkinson?
Yes.
And I too vote yes. So the case number 23-999-01 has been approved as presented. Okay? Now, let's go over the minutes. You can leave.
You can go.
You're good.
Thank you.
Unless you want to stay, this is pretty exciting.
I see. Thank you.
So, any comments or changes? Everybody agree with the minutes of December 15th? Okay. Okay, so all those in favor of approving the minutes, please answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so the minutes have been accepted.
I would like to note we have two new members, two alternate members, and Mr. Atkinson is at the end there. And then we have Mr. Summers, who is here in the audience to check out the board. So welcome. And I'd like to throw out another thing. As you know, Mr. Crosley has resigned to take his Senate or representative place in Jeff City, so he is not on the board anymore. So we have one opening for a full-time member. So one of these individuals could be appointed by the mayor and council to be a full-time member versus an alternate. So I don't know if you want to discuss that or if you have a choice. I can tell the alternates that we use the alternates a lot. So, yeah, well, you can do that. I don't know if you had any thoughts. I mean, like I said, that we use the alternates frequently, so it's not like they're really an alternate. I mean, they're more like a rotation almost.
Do we have to pick from the alternates?
Well, those are the only two that we have on right now.
Did we get some, I'm just asking for my own information. Did we choose somebody else for the outfit?
Well, they would have to apply through the city
Right,
clerk's
right,
office.
Sure.
And then, yeah, it's possible. I mean, you don't have to recommend anybody tonight,
Yeah.
but since they're both here, this is an opportunity, I thought,
Right, thank
to
you.
bring that up.
Okay, all those in favor of leaving, vote by leaving. Yeah. I guess this is one of our shortest meetings, isn't it? Does this have a record?
Excuse me?
Isn't this maybe our shortest meeting we've ever had?
Well, when I first started here, they were pretty short also. But yeah, this is pretty short for this group.
This group.
Where it was legal, because she felt that the fence was too close to the close to the front of the property, and she has a large dog, and she decided that was it would make people too nervous, and she didn't want people to pet the dog, so she actually was going to move the fence back.